Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Shon Black Podcast. I am your host, Shon Black. Throw it back! And you know it's going to snow. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to have a significant snowfall, allegedly. Because we don't know for sure. The jury is still out. Some people say yes, some people say no. I would like to say that the snow might just go down in history here where I live at. Right outside of Washington, D.C. That's right. Now the only concern that I have is that the power might go out. That is the only concern that Shon Black has for this snowstorm that should be coming in a few. Well, I guess the next day, not today, but tomorrow night. I will, if we have power, I will. If we have power, I will do the show on Monday. I'm sure there will be no school. Make no mistake about it, there will be no school, ladies and gentlemen. No, I don't think it's going to be that bad. So I think that with this ice and sleet, because there's supposed to be sleet on top of this ice and whatnot, I don't think it's going to be as bad. Well, I don't know. I remember one year they were like, oh, we're not going to get it. You're not going to get anything. We're not going to get anything. We're not going to do anything. And then lo and behold, there was 2 feet. VDOT didn't say anything. Nobody said anything. And then all of a sudden, 2 feet of snow just showed up. All right. So I don't know. I want to say that maybe, you know, it might be significant, it might not. A lot of people say no. I say yes. I say that there's going to be, I think there's going to be enough people there, enough snow there that you people should be really, really careful of what's going on, because the snow is going to be. It's not even the snow; it's going to be the ice, man. The ice is what's really going to take you on out of here. So we're getting something significant, but the ice temps, yeah, because right now tonight, it's supposed to be negative tonight into tomorrow night. So all of the warm weather that we had, because it was quite warm the other day, wasn't it? It was like 50 something degrees the other day. And I think it's going to be quite crazy. You said we went through El Nino, La Nina. And that the other part, the La Nina, where it's the opposite of that? You get the La Nina, the El Nino, and the La Nina. Yeah, it was pretty nice today. I ain't going front. It was pretty good today, but we'll see. Give me your predictions. Are you predicting a foot? How many of you gonna think there's gonna be a foot? There might be a foot of snow this weekend. I'm going for, I don't know, because it depends on what this freezing rain thing is. I don't understand this freezing rain because it's gonna be so cold. Are they saying that it's gonna be so cold it doesn't snow, like it turns to sleet? I don't know. I think if we weren't going to have the sleet portion of it, if it was just all snow, we'd probably be in the 2.5 to 3 foot mark. That's what I think, because they're saying about 4 to 8 inches of, I think they said 4 to 8 inches of sleet, which is still like that joint is gonna be crazy. And so they said the snowfall when it starts is gonna be 2 inches an hour. That's crazy, son. That's crazy. 2 inches of snow an hour. You ain't gonna be able to see nothing, 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 nothing. Say you think it'll be 12 inches? Yeah, you don't want the ice on top. That's what's gonna be a killer. And then everybody throwing that salt down, it's gonna be a hot mess. I think where it's really gonna be crazy is that it's not gonna be where the regular roads, because people will be like, oh, you know what, I got to work, I was able to get out. It's gonna be the places where you live and you can't get out. There ain't gonna be no getting out. Ain't no getting out. That's where you're going. That's I think that's where the struggle is really gonna be. You know what I'm saying? I think that's where the struggle is really gonna be. Is you not being able to get out of there. So I don't know. I'm ready. I got my neighbor. My neighbor's gonna use the snow blower. We got the hand warmers and the body warmers just in case the power goes out. I mean, tomorrow I'm gonna go hook the extension cord in and into the car. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if you can do that. Well, I know you can, but I don't know if you can put the extension cord into like run the car and the heater, whatever. I'm gonna put the heater and run it for the extension cord from the car to the heater in my house if the power goes out. We're gonna hang blankets up, make a box, and live inside of the box like filthy animals. No showers, just roughing it off. We're gonna rough it off. Yeah, we're gonna rough it off, man. We're gonna see what time it is. Um, I know there probably won't be any school this week either. I mean, well, Monday and Tuesday at least. I don't think there'll be any school. That's my prediction. I think we'll get about 18 inches and there won't be any school until, I don't think there'll be any work until probably Tuesday. I think Tuesday we'll get like a 2 hour delay, maybe liberal leave. That'll be the only time Sean Black will be a liberal, is when you get liberal leave. Oh yeah, that's right. We got to put batteries in the smoke detector. Like, son, I just realized I didn't have any batteries in my smoke detector. That's crazy. Could you imagine no batteries in your smoke detector? Like, I really didn't have any batteries in my smoke detector. That joint was wild. I was like, wow, there's no batteries in the smoke detector, bro. That joint probably been like that for a better part of like 7 years. It probably wasn't no batteries in my smoke detector for like 7 joints. That's crazy. And so we want to make sure that we have batteries. You got to make sure that you have plenty of victuals to eat. And this is going to be the thing. How many people predict that if you live close to a store, there's going to be some store that's open in the middle of the daggone snowstorm, like Sunday morning early, like 3 o'clock in the morning? You can put on a coat and your snow boots and your hat and your scarf, and you can troop up to the nearest 7-Eleven, and that joint is going to be filled with workers. Or your local Exxon, filled with workers, or your giant food. That joint is going to be filled with people in it. That they required those people to risk their lives to come so they can earn a buck. Jordan's gonna be crazy, son. How many people think, son? I believe that that's gonna happen. Like, there's gonna be people in there that are gonna be trying to earn a buck doing it because look, I don't care where it is that you live at, right? You live in the Midwest, you live up north somewhere, the snow is never that bad. People be whining. Okay, I get all of that. But here where we live at, snow does not happen that often. And when it does happen, even in the smallest amounts, there's accidents up and down I-95. Up and down. From DC all the way to Richmond. DC all the way to Richmond, it's accidents all the way up and down because people cannot drive in that kind of weather. Now, you're going to add that kind of weather, you're going to add it on and have people, you're going to add freezing rain and sleet on top of, let's say, a foot of snow. They already sprayed that chemical down onto the ground that's just going to turn it to slush. But with the temperatures being so cold, they're talking about tonight negatives. In the negatives tomorrow. In the negatives at night. So all of that's going to just freeze. All of that stuff because the chemical's not going to stop it from freezing, bro. You ever make ice cream, homemade ice cream? What do you do with homemade ice cream, right? You add ice and you add rock salt. And then it gets super, 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 super cold. That makes the milk freeze. Turns it into ice cream, right? It's the same principle. You add in salt onto the ground, onto the thing, and it turns the water, but it doesn't melt. It's like the ice and the slush will stay because it's turning it basically into ice cream, for the lack of a better term. But then the snow piles on top of that. And what happens to ice cream when you put it in the refrigerator and it's too cold? It freezes hard as a brick. So what's going to happen? It's going to be hard as a brick, and then the snow is going to accumulate on top of that. Plus, what's going to accumulate on top of that is the sleet. Man, all you're going to hear all night is crunching and sliding. That's going to be the trucks trying to scrape that ice. They ain't gonna be able to scrape that ice. They're gonna be throwing sand all over the place. People gonna be slipping in it. Then the people gonna get out there because they think I'm from Wisconsin. I'm from Buffalo. I'm from all these different places. I'm from these places. I'm about to show you people what it really is. I'm gonna get out here and I'm gonna drive in this snow, and they're gonna be on the side of the daggone road. Not because you can't drive in it. The others around you can't drive in it. It's never you, it's them. That's what I always tell people. It's never is the 95 traffic isn't about whether you can drive in it. 95 traffic is always about the person next to you who can't drive in it. Who doesn't know how to drive in the rain because they're from California, Southern Cali, where it doesn't really rain like that. Or they're from, you know what I'm saying, Arizona, and it doesn't snow, and they've never seen snow in the parts of Arizona where they live at. And so they come here, or they're from Florida, or they're from these places that it doesn't snow. And so when it snows, because they've never been in the snow before, they believe that they could just get in there and drive because they seen that on movies. And they in the ditch. And we're not even going to talk about the people from Pakistan and India and all these other places where it don't snow. All these South American countries where they ain't got no snow. And they driving and wrecking and all that kind of stuff. That's, man, I'm trying to tell you, it's going to be a hot, hot mess. And on the Shon Black Podcast, we will bring that live. We're going to bring it live. All the accidents. I'm gonna be looking for some cams, some traffic cams, so we can watch the traffic cams. All these accidents, cause it's going to happen. I mean, just today there was an accident on 95 that closed down parts of the highway, and there ain't even no snow out there. That's right. Helicopters. You know what I'm saying? So I tell you what, ladies and gents, it's going to be an interesting day. It's going to be interesting out there. It's going to be interesting. We just gotta really check out and see what's up. So yeah, that's my prediction for tomorrow. I said keep up side. Oh, where are you going? Oh, helicopter. Where's the helicopter? I don't know. Um, yeah, we're gonna see what's popping. I'm glad we're gonna get off work. I'm just not looking forward to see if it's gonna be cold or not. Cause I mean, if it gets too cold, oh lordy, it might get a little too crazy. It might get a little too crazy out there. No, I mean, it might get a little too. So let me know what's up. I know we usually Fridays we usually be talking about TV shows, but I couldn't miss the opportunity to talk about this snowstorm because this snowstorm's gonna be quite interesting. I think it's gonna be real interesting. This snowstorm's gonna be real interesting. I think that, if we don't lose power, it should be a lot of fun. If we lose power, it's gonna be crazy. And I hear down in North Carolina say you're spinning. What's that mean? Like the connection is bad? Is that what you're saying? Is the connection bad? I hope not, cause they be doing that. That's another thing about streaming, bro. Like streaming be tripping. Yeah, I can see where it looks like I might be stuck or something. Um, yeah, it looks like I have a poor connection. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. I know we only been on about 17 joints. Um, Sometimes it's the nature of the business. We'll come back. Maybe we'll come back this whole weekend. I might do a snow watch. You know what I mean? We'll do a snow watch. We'll come back when the snow starts tomorrow. I wonder if I can set up a cam outside. That'd be kind of cool. Set up a cam. I'm gonna look into setting up a cam out the window or something so we can have a snow watch. But remember, take care of yourself and others. Um, yeah, everything is shutting down. So we'll shut it down here. Like and subscribe. Sorry about the stream.